Hi, I'm Michael Barrett. I'm the broker of record at RE/MAX Valley Realty in Brandon, Manitoba. I've been a realtor for 18 years. I got licensed in 2005 and through my licensing process, I joined organized real estate. Before I got into real estate, I had worked for FedEx for about 15 years, a couple of years in Winnipeg, and then moved back out to Brandon where I had gone to college. I had a job that I liked, but I didn't feel challenged, and I felt like there was more opportunity. And in order to advance by that point with the company, I would have needed to move back, take a lateral transfer back to Winnipeg. After that, I quickly decided that real estate was probably a good opportunity. And I think my past experience and education it's always about building relationships. And I think that's a key part of being a realtor, is building those relationships with colleagues, with other realtors, building relationships with clients, whether they're buyers or sellers, finding out what their needs are, finding out what their hot buttons are, and being able to hone those relationships. I think the most rewarding part of being a realtor is being able to be creative and come up with solutions. There are always problems, and people always want to accomplish, we want to help them accomplish their goals and dreams. And sometimes that takes some out-of-the-box thinking to find creative solutions that work. And sometimes it's more straightforward than others. But I think just that every transaction is different. Every transaction has a different nuance. It's not as much about the property as it is about the people involved in the process. And now my role as a broker the last couple of years, I'm really proud to be able to help fellow agents. And it's rewarding when people come to you for advice and trust on your advice to some degree, that you see it helps them in their success as well. A lot of my volunteering recently has been in the organization of real estate within the industry. I do volunteer on our church board, and in Brandon we have a reputation of being able to come together to host national and international sporting events, and I volunteered at a number of curling events, World Curling, Olympic Curling Trials, the Scotties. With respect to my volunteering on real estate boards, I've really been fortunate. I feel like I've been in the right place at the right time in a lot of respects. When I was early in my career, about 5 years into my career, I guess I was kind of encouraged by a colleague at the time to get involved with the local board. I did so and became the treasurer and worked through the chairs there, being president of the what's now Brandon Area Realtors in 2012. Through that work, it opened up my eyes to the work that's done, and on behalf of not only realtors, but on behalf of Manitobans. I'm currently a director on the Provincial Association again, and I'm chair of the Manitoba Political Action Committee. I just believe the advocacy work we do locally, provincially, nationally is so valuable and so important. Also, I feel very fortunate that I was able to serve on the Canadian Real Estate Association as a director from Manitoba for 6 years, and the relationships that were built, the lessons that were learned, the contributions that I was able to be part of, it's been a blessing to be exposed to that and to have had those opportunities. During my time as a director in Korea, I think one of the things that stands out was last November I had an opportunity with 3 other members of the board to volunteer at an organization in Toronto that helps the homeless, helps the less fortunate, helps them work through transition from homelessness into shelter. It was a one-day volunteer initiative. We went in the morning and we helped put packages together, bags that had, mitts and toques and personal hygiene products and that sort of stuff, just things that we take for granted. But I realized that that day, even though I was, 1,000 miles from home, the need's the same. The need's the same everywhere. And that day, I was the lifeline for that person that I delivered a meal to. Not only the food that nourished them, but the conversation. You realize how important, that 5 or 10 minutes with that person is to them, and that's their day, and they look forward to that. For me, I think success in the profession of real estate is balance. It's a work-life balance. I think if you chase the money, you're not going to find that balance. I think if you look after the people that you deal with, the money will follow. And I think you also have to take family and friends into consideration and realize that you need to work and find playtime as well. Try to spend my free time with family and friends. We have a family cabin at Pelican Lake, which we try to spend a fair bit of time at, particularly in the summer. I do some work in the area too, so it's a bit of a hybrid between work and family and friends. I like to boat and fish and hunt, and in the summer I golf, in the winter I curl. My wife Sonia and I have been married for 25 years. We have a son who's 23, Andrew, and our daughter Jillian is 21. Most recently we took a family vacation to Cozumel in Mexico, which was our first real adult family vacation together, so the dynamic was a little bit different, but I think it's important to share those experiences and expose your children and introduce them to different aspects of travel and different ways of life.